So, what exactly can I say about this whole issue? I know that he's probably not going to be watching or anything, but oh well. I really kind of just need to get this all out of my system, so here we go. In short, Madeline was a really close friend of mine, someone I kind of held close, and just, I appreciated him with every ounce of my being. This topic's just kind of making me nervous thinking about it. And it's kind of cold here, so me and him were a thing at one point, and it was easily one of my best relationships. I can say that. Better than the one that I just came out of. There's just a lot of things that I could say about him that that really kind of means something, I guess you could say. He's been there, and a lot of family issues have started to happen. I can't not be grateful for that. He was a friend that was there when I needed a shoulder to cry on through the summer. So, yeah. He was a great guy. But, then a whole bunch of drama happened between the two of us, and yeah. We all love drama, don't we? It's a great thing. So, I've tried to make many attempts to contact him again to try and resolve this issue that we have. I've stated that I don't hold anything against him. I don't want to be friends, and I don't want any hard feelings, but the way that he's acting kind of makes it seem like he wants it that way. So, before I go too deep down the rabbit hole, might as well go ahead and explain it from the start. Me and Madeline's relationship was, it was, very, can't really say stressful. It wasn't stressful, it was very sexual based, and I can't delve further into this topic without getting completely uncomfortable. But, yeah, I'm just gonna get off that topic. That's all that's really kind of needed to know, is that our relationship is real, sexual and everything. And it didn't help our relationship at all, so it only kind of broke it, is what I think happened, and caused me to do the first thing that I did. The first time me and him kind of had issues was, I was going through family issues at the time, and we broke up, and he felt betrayed, which I can understand. I feel betrayed from the current issue that happened, but this is just kind of a ranting thing that I need to get out of the way, I guess, so I can maybe move on. Let's see, what can I say about, but, me and him broke up. Yeah, I already kind of stated this. I'm a bit stupid at the moment. It's late at night, and when I'm making this, and just lighting doesn't do good at night. For anybody wondering. I'm actually not in my real home right now. I'm away on vacation with my family, but yeah, anyways, now what, I thought this issue would be over the first time I kind of dealt with it and just said, hey, you know what, screw you. But I'm just not that type of person, and I have to leave everything off on a better note than I left it, I feel. If he is watching this, I want him to know that I feel no ill will towards him or anything anymore. At one time there was. At one time I was kind of mad over everything that he did, and pretty sure there was a time where he was mad at me. He may still be mad at me, and that's completely fine if he is. but I want this fighting to stop. A few months back into fixing this relationship, when we came back together as friends, he decided that he was real paranoid because I could potentially relay information to his enemies, apparently. Which, I'm not the type of person to kind of say that or do any of that. And I feel kind of offended that he'd think I'm the type of person to do that. Knowing me for almost a year and being in a relationship with me for it'll be a year in July. So yeah, it hurts. And it's not a good feeling. This relationship with him might have been a great one. One of the best ones I had, like I said before. He helped me out of a abusive relationship. He was, like I said, a shoulder for me to cry on, and a best friend where I needed one. The only one who seemed to take any interest in any of my characters as I developed them and made them grow. And I guess that's what I really liked in him as a friend. He was a pretty okay person. I look back on the things that we do now, and I'm like, this was a best friend right here, man. But then all this drama had to happen, and I don't really know how everything just kind of fell the way that it did, but it did. It all started from this whole thing where there was another account he had made, supposedly a ranting one or something. That's what I can assume. I never really got the details off of that one or anything. As soon as I figured out about it, I kind of got mad and was just like, dude, why did you block me? I didn't do anything to you. Ah. And started kind of ranting to my other friends at that point. I was like, yo guys, I tried to fix my issue with Madeline and well, Maddness, Matt, whatever. And look where it's at now. And they were just like, dude, what the heck? I'm like, yeah, I know, what the heck? So they had all not really kind of liked him from the start, where I was just like, you know, he did a lot of things wrong. Mainly being that our relationship was more sexual than it needed to be, than anything. And trying to figure out what to say from how it went from there. Like I said, everybody really kind of didn't like the fact that he was more sexual to me than he probably should have been. But it all worked out in the end. I was kind of like, hey guys, it's cool. I've had worse. I've had exes do worse. They were okay with it. The only thing they weren't okay with was the fact that, I don't know if he still does this, but Madeline had a tendency to block or ban people that disagreed with him. Very childish and ridiculous. He didn't talk about what his issues were, what problems he had with anybody, like in the case with the blocking. He didn't really kind of tell me, hey, you're doing something wrong, so that I could possibly fix the issue. He just kind of straight up did it. And I was just like, and I heard about it secondhand from one of his friends, because they were like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, I was still in school. And I got the notification from this person asking what the heck just went on. And I was really confused and angry and mad and didn't know exactly how to feel at the time. So I took out the emotion that I kind of had the most feeling of at the moment. It was anger. I posted some vent art. And it just kind of, it went from there. That's all I can say. I understand some friendships kind of have to come and go, and I just wish that friendship wouldn't have to end the way that it did, and just be what it was. I find myself longing for my friend back that I had. I find myself desperately wanting this person that assured me that everything was okay and it was going to be all right, and everything to just come back, and I could try and fix my issues with the pointers. I could try and make myself better for him. I could please. Not please, but I could fix the issues that he saw in me and really kind of better myself as not only a person, but just kind of fix myself and in general, fix myself to be more social than I am. I'm not social. When social activities kind of come to close to me, I freeze up. It's because of how nervous I get. Yeah, I'm very nervous around people. Always afraid of what they're thinking, that I'm gonna fail, that I'm gonna screw up, and yes, Madeline proved that. He proved that I screwed up. Though I don't know how I screwed up. I somehow screwed up. And I desperately wish for my friend back. If I can somehow get that. But I doubt it. I want the friend back that was talking about strangling ducks. Yeah, that was a talk we had. He was at a meeting, I think it was, and he sent me pictures of him with this duck. And he's like, I got mad at the duck. I wanted to strangle the duck from across the table. And I can't tell you how much that made me laugh that day. And I really needed it. I joke you not, I really needed it that day. Between exams and everything, it was just really needed. And it was, suppose I could say it was one of the qualities that I found interesting in him when we first dated. He always came up with the stupidest things, and it made you laugh over how stupid it was. They were just so outlandish, and you were just like, hold on a minute. And it took you a minute to comprehend everything before you finally understood, and you're like, oh. Then you just laugh at how stupid it was. Because that's what he does to people. He attempts to make them feel okay about themselves. He attempts to make them feel like they actually kind of, they actually are worth something. I'm sorry, I have to do this. I kind of deleted the only references I had after the whole drama and everything. Oh dang. Oh dang. I didn't want that. Let me just delete this for a minute. Delete this selection layer because I can't do that. But, you just... This was a person that... No, I didn't want that. This is a person that you think you can look up to and just be real kind of happy that you're friends with, and then you get kind of hit in the face with realization that you can't be friends with this person. And you're really confused as to why you can't. In a world where you're told that you can do anything, where you can try and be anything that you aspire to be, you're told that, hey, you can't have this friend. And it confuses you and makes you angry, and you're just... I'm dancing around the point again, apparently. I get told that I do that a lot. I dance around the points of what I'm supposed to do and everything, and because who cares what my issues are? Who even cares? I mean, it's obvious that he's probably not going to watch this. After all the issues that we've had, he's probably not going to watch this. But if you do, Madeline, Matt, suppose I just want to thank you for being a great friend. someone that really kind of made me me. I know you're probably gonna be like, what, a thieving butt? A traitor? Call me traitor all you want. I know that blabbing the whole thing about, you know what, I'm not even gonna say it on here because I know that you were just like, oh, okay. She said this and that and this and that. It's literally the only thing I'd kind of said to them, and they had already had suspicions on it before. And I just kind of confirmed it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. But I'm pretty sure you said tons about me when you were mad at me for something. So you can't even say, well, I didn't say anything bad about you, because we are all human beings. We mess up. We do. But it's from those mistakes that we have to learn. It's from those mistakes that we make ourselves better. We don't have to hide our issues and just say, oh, well, if I delete the problem, then the issue's gone. No, you gotta talk out this stuff. You've gotta give people your viewpoint. You've gotta talk it over with the person who has caused the issue so that you can fix it in a civil way instead of just being like, well, okay, these words hurt me, and I'm just not going to talk to this person anymore because the words hurt me. That's not a way that you do people. It's not a kind way to do people either. You could do people like that, but it's not a good way to do people. It's not a... You don't do that to people. You don't make them feel worthless and that they did something wrong and they just leave them confused and angry and just all over the place because they don't genuinely know. Because they just don't. I think that should be maybe a lighter blue. I'm sorry, I just, like I said, dancing around the fun again. There's still some spots that are highlighted, and I'm mad about it. I'm just a bit peeved about it. But, you can't keep dancing around your issues, Madeline. I'm offering to talk it out to you in a peaceful way. I honestly don't know what else I could do other than just kind of go away. And if life takes you that way, it takes you that way. But I want to at least let you know that I'm not against you or anything. I don't feel anything bad towards you. And if we could just stop this senseless fighting, it would help both of us in the long run. Because if you still have that much pent-up anger, because I know that you've talked the same way about Dingo and stuff, that Dingo kind of had you mad for a while. You need to let these issues get talked over and hear the other person's side of the story, because if you don't hear their side of the story, then you're going to make stupid decisions, and those decisions aren't going to be wise or correct. I know, and I'm the one to be saying, well, you should hear the other person's side of the story. When I obviously kind of don't know what's going on. What's going on inside your brain, because one, when we got back to being friends, you didn't talk to me. So I don't know anything that's going on. I like that out of blue better. But like I said, I doubt you're gonna watch this. But if you are, I thank you for at least attempting. I want to fix this with you. I do. Telling people just to block me because we got into an argument doesn't solve anything. Yes, I know that Patience blocked me. Probably because you told her to. Simply because, oh, she hurt me. Okay. I'm fine. If she wants to block me on her own accord, she can. But you don't need to influence people to block anybody. Just because, well, this person hurt me. And Patience, you don't need to tell anybody that, hey, well, you don't need to have somebody tell you, hey, block this person. You should kind of go and try and hear the other person's side of the story to everything and try and figure out what's going on, like any good problem solver would. These are things that you kind of need to do in life. You don't just go and block somebody just because somebody says, oh, block this person. No, it's not right. It's not right, and it's just kind of rude to the other person. How would you like it if everybody on the internet started blocking you for no reason? I bet you wouldn't like it. It would make you feel kind of depressed, disappointed, wondering what you did. What did you did wrong? What did you do wrong? Was it something you said? Was it something you posted? Was it something that you just... Was it something from a fit of anger? Did somebody say something about you and just the other people run with it? And be like, well, yeah, I heard this person's this and this person's this. That's, like I said, that's not a right thing to do. It's not. You guys may think it's all fun and games now, but when something like this happens to you, Madeline, somebody just blocks you for no apparent reason, I won't lie, I'll probably laugh for a little bit before I'll try to find out the issue, because you deserve it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. You kind of deserve to be hit in the face a little bit over what you've done and not being able to own up to your actions. You deserve it. But I'm not saying anybody go out on a witch hunt or anything. That's not right either. Everybody deserves a chance. They do. They deserve second chances and possibly even third chances if the situation is right. But given some of the things that you've done, Madeline, I want to give you a second chance. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, which I am. I'm saying, well, he was this and he was that and he was just real kind of paranoid over everything. But I kind of look back on what I do, and you've known me for almost a year. I would never do anything like that to you. And to have that kind of pushed on you is just insulting. I mean, talking about somebody's alter ego is something different from ruining their reputation and just their self-morale. It's completely different. And I understand you're probably going to be like, oh, how is it different then? Well, for one, you could always just make another alter ego. You have, 4 or 5 of them? You could easily just switch on and off, on and off, on and off. But once you break somebody's self-morale, they're just kind of stuck for a while. And if something's kind of broke and then it's hard to fix. Sometimes it doesn't even get fixed. Sometimes nothing can get fixed with somebody. And it just... I don't know what to say at this point. Sometimes when you're having an issue with somebody, it's better to distance yourself. Better to let the issue blow over and let them gather their thoughts while you gather yours, which is not highly unlikely based on everything. It's a thing that's worked before. It's a thing that I've had to do before. It's a thing I'm having to currently do now. But I still don't get what your issue was, Madeline. I offered to make you a moderator in my server. I showed you characters I was developing. Granted, you didn't really like Arthur because he wasn't yours or anything. He was ours, and you didn't really like R because he was Mr. I don't remember what you called him, Mr. Butthole, I believe. It was like Mr. Asshole. That's what it was. And like I said, if you take anything away from this, I want you to talk your problems over instead of leaving people in the dark to try and guess what they did wrong. Because what if it was you? You wouldn't like that issue. You'd be completely mad over it. She blocked me for no reason. Or, better yet, to quote what you've told me before, she says, "You know what you did." That's basically what you're telling me right now by having people block me for no reason. For having this issue be a thing in general. You're just kind of saying, you know what you did, and you're pulling a dingo. You're pulling a dingo yourself. You're pulling something from somebody that you hate. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news on that one, but that's what you're doing. You're just pulling a dingo on that one, hon. Now, I don't know how you got the fact that you could be paranoid over the fact that we didn't talk much in our other relationship, because I've told you, hey, I've got a server to run. I'm probably not going to be very active. Oh, that's okay. And I asked you nicely, hey, could you maybe not be a butt and kind of explain your issue to me? But you more or less seem very selective with what you want to hear and what you want to present to everybody. You, very selective in that department. You really, guess that's your knack for kind of things, huh? It's just, when you do something like that, at least try and talk the issue over, okay? I've said this like 5 times right now, but I can't stress enough over the fact that a lot of drama happens because people don't tell each other what is going on. And that's something that should be talked about. if you think somebody's a butt, okay, tell them to their face that they're a butt. Don't kind of go and tell everybody, well, this person's a butt because this X issue and Y issue and XY. No, don't tell them that. I don't know whether I should make the ears, inside ears, white or pink, like I did last time. Let's see. Everybody else has made it white. Now I've made it blue. I mean, not blue, but pink there. This is making me want to draw Angie and Maddness ship art again, but I can't do that. No. Because that kind of thing's gone. You can't really do that. So I guess I'll make it white. But, yeah. Like I said, you've got to be willing to hear the other side of the story or talk to the other person about the issue. If you have an issue with them, I mean, it's common human decency, man. And just kind of doing that to somebody, you're really kind of pulling something that's been pulled on you. And that doesn't justify it. It's just something that is really just, it's not right of you as a person to do. And it's not right of you as a friend to do. I mean, dude, I thought we were supposed to be like friends till the end or something. I thought that's what we kind of agreed to do. After our relationship, I kind of said, hey, if this doesn't work out, do you want to still be friends? And you said, yeah. And look where we're at now. Look at where this drama has put us. But I'm willing to hear your end of the story. I've only ever gotten screenshots from Michael. Because, yes, she does send me screenshots. I'm not going to lie. She's told me that you and her talk, and she's sent me the screenshots of everything. And I've only ever been able to make very minimal decisions from there of what I should do and everything. And I thought this would probably be the best action when Michael told me just cut everything off and leave it alone. Which I probably should have listened to Michael. I probably should have just ignored everything and let everything just go and not care. But, you know, I'm not that type of person. You know me. I've cared for you for a while. We both know this. You know that I've cared for you for a while. So at this point, I really don't know what to say. This would probably be the prompt where you say, well, go shut up and do yourself. Go talk to R or something. And I'll admit, what me and R have is it's really amazing. You said we were close, and you were right. We're close. We're a thing now. And he's very patient and everything, so yeah. I guess. Guess you could say that, yeah. You, me and him were closer than we could have ever been now. But there's still a few things I don't understand about you. I mean, why do you feel like we have to be at each other's throats? Why can't we just be friends, you know? Why can't we just be okay for once? I mean, I don't know why you have to constantly think that we have to be enemies, or just because I've said something about you doesn't mean that you can't fix yourself. Because dang, you could probably come back from something. Knowing you, you could, if a fire were to happen, you'd be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, you'd be the person to kind of, not meaning this is an ill will or anything, but you'd be the person to kind of take your pants off, be like, well, stop, drop, and roll time, and just be a complete idiot about it. Be a complete idiot over the issue. But that's what people find intriguing in you. That's why people are like, whoa, this is a cool person. No, it's not because of the fact that you've got X skill or Y skill or this, that. No, it deals solely with your people skills. That background's horrible. But I really don't know what to say. There are a few things that people can do, you know? I'm just going to do Green Hill in the background. It's going to be a wonky Green Hill, but I know this whole stream is basically about Madeline, and it probably needs to be about something else or something. So, I don't know. Most I can say about everything is just, you don't have to feel like you're currently witch hunt it or anything, because nobody's coming after you. Ours made mentions that he's kind of peeved at you for doing what you did, but I can get him to agree to peace, I bet. But you need to stop feeling that everything's against you. That I think I did that wrong. Yeah. I've never drawn Green Hill before. This is the first time that I actually am starting to draw backgrounds for stuff. And we all go through our issues, okay? And for you to kind of be all peeved like you were when I was kind of saying that my family had issues with cancer and everything, it's kind of mean. I mean, you do you and everything, and I'll do me. But just stuff like that isn't really right. Nor should it be okay under certain circumstances. Because cancer is not a thing to joke about. It kills people. It's very devastating once you kind of have it all there, and you realize, hey, this is happening to somebody, and they probably need this or that or this. But ew, that looks like a crappy green hill, but okay, it's just a background. It's not meant to look detailed or anything. Oh, that actually looks really good. Let me just fix one issue down here. But, you know, that's just my feelings on it. It's my feelings, it's my thoughts. Your thoughts are your own, so I can try and convince you to feel one way, but I can't really say that you should feel this way or should do this, because that's purely up to you. I mean, the best you can do is try to convince somebody as to what they should do or what their next step should be. Of course. Oh, that doesn't look right. But that's just my opinion on it and all that. Ew. I can't sign it just once, I'm sorry. Now what can I say? I really don't know what to say. Most I can say is just take care of yourself, you know, because I do still care. Even though you may hate me or whatever, or may make other people hate me. But that's fine. It's too heavy. Ew. I know blue was your favorite color, so we fix that P. No, I'm not gonna do that. But, yeah. That's just my opinion on everything, and you should... I'd love to be your friend again, if that's eventually a thing that can happen. If it isn't, oh well. Our lives will take us where they will. But doesn't mean that we need to hate each other. Doesn't mean that we should be at each other's throats for no reason. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. That's great. Probably won't let me do anything. But oh well. I'm so tired I can't spell view. But you might not look at this, you might... Can't say that I don't care, because I do. I want this to finish itself, and I don't want this drama to continue. But I'd like to talk over this issue. Instead of you just saying, well, hey, I'm paranoid over this. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here for tonight since it's like an hour and it's like 5:02. So, yeah, I hope you all had a great night, and this is your family neighborhood Lycan signing out.